Metal time! Yeah, welcome back to Dork Points, everybody. So I wanted to do a review on Doom Eternal. You might not like what I have to say about this one, but there's an elephant in the room that we have to talk about, and it's not just the new Doom Eternal and how different it is from the 2016 version. It's all of the new Bethesda shooters, including Doom, and then as you can see, there's some clips from Rage 2 here. Now I know that Bethesda just puts this stuff out, but there's been a weird track record going on. We had Doom 2016, it was amazing. I was like, yeah, thanks Bethesda for picking it up. And then they picked up, or they did Rage, and I really liked Rage, and then, then Rage 2 came out. And then, of course, they did the Wolfenstein games. And the last Wolfenstein game that came out was Youngblood. So, like about a year ago, everybody started crapping on Bethesda about Fallout 76 and all that stuff, and they're like, is this company done or whatever? And I was like, come on, it's just one game. But now that I've played Rage 2, Wolfenstein 3, and Doom Eternal, I'm kind of wondering that question. I'm kind of worried, deeply concerned. You're watching footage right now from Wolfenstein Youngblood, technically the third installment if you don't count Old Blood, the sort of DLC, sort of long play mini game. So starting with Youngblood and Rage 2. Rage 2, first of all, is just a Far Cry ripoff. It doesn't even feel like the same game. Now, Arcane Studios, which I love, they did Dishonored and Prey, they took over on Wolfenstein Youngblood. And it is amazing, but it is built for two players. It's supposed to be co-op the whole time, and so it kind of wrecks the one player campaign. Alright, just the boss at the end. I couldn't beat him, and you have to have two people to beat him. That's all I'm saying. Not to ruin it. Anyway, back to Doom. Doom Eternal. I was so excited, and then the same thing kind of happened, unfortunately. So what they decided to do was change the way the game is played, which I don't understand when you have such a successful first run with the 2016 version, why you would have to alter the mix or do anything with it. But what they did is they've turned it more into a strategy game and a platformer. Now, yes, I'm sure you're saying, isn't Doom run and gun and shoot mindlessly? Yeah, I mean, the first game, the original game, is hard and takes a certain level of strategy, but all old games were hard and took a certain level of strategy. This game brings the strategy back to the point where if you're playing it on normal, your ammo is running out constantly. And that's frustrating. Even playing it on easy, if you're not careful and you're not using, they give you a bunch of different little tricks like the buzzsaw or the chainsaw and the little igniter thing and some ice bombs and grenades. But you have to learn all that and coordinate that when you run out of ammo, and you have to be very careful about that. And that's frustrating in and of itself. The other aspect is when it's not a strategy shooter, it's this. Yeah, it's a run and jump platformer. So you go into a room, there's a bunch of monsters, you have to conserve your energy, and you have to live as long as you can, and you gotta get out of the room. Now the rest of the game is just this. Running and jumping and falling. And now I've come into a new room with monsters. But there you go. It is fun to play to a certain degree, but it's not the same game. And I don't know what's happening. You can't really blame Bethesda, but I mean, from the 2016 version and from Rage 1 to Rage 2, from Wolfenstein 1 and 2 to Youngblood, there was this weird sea change where they decided to do all this new and interesting stuff, and some of it works, but most of it doesn't. And when I want my frickin' Nestle Crunch, I want my Nestle Crunch. I don't want my Nestle Caramel. I don't want my Nestle Almond. I want my goddamn Nestle Crunch. Give me my Nestle Crunch. So there you go. Yeah, Doom Eternal. I'm not going to hate on it too much. Yeah, look at it. It's beautiful. It's enjoyable to look at, but poop. Poop, I say. Poop. And yeah, it's just a shame. Anyway, there you go, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for watching Dark Points. All right. Good night.